Let me explain 5 reasons why Stalin and Mao were political rivals. 1. A competition for leadership in the communist world. Stalin had been an absolute leader of the international communist movement since the 1920s. All the communists received instructions from the Soviet Union through the Communist Party of Moscow. But after the successful Communist Revolution in 1949, Mao, becoming a leader who governs a quarter of the world's population, to make a revolution independently without Stalin's permission. He thinks he's a co-leader of the communist world pursuing Chinese socialism, different from the Soviet model. Stalin wanted to see Mao as his junior, but Mao wanted an equal partner. 2. Stalin's betrayal of the Communist Revolution in China. Stalin did not properly support the Chinese Communist Party's victory. He even obstructed it. 1920s-30s. Stalin instructs China to support Chiang Kai-shek, People's Party. Leads to genocide. 1940s. Stalin prefers Chiang Kai-shek to Mao, soliciting negotiations with the nationalists. 1945-49. Soviet support during civil war is passive and conditional. Mao thought he won not because of Stalin, but against him, which became the seed of deep distrust. 3. The humiliation of a visit to Moscow in 1950. In December 1949, Mao visited the Soviet Union for the first time, which was a crucial turning point in the relationship. Stalin left Mao in Moscow for 2 months, almost ignored Mao at Stalin's 70th birthday event, enforcing unequal treaties and negotiations, Middle East Railway, Lushan Port, etc. Treat Mao as a satellite leader rather than an equal ally. We also provide cheap economic aid. Mao took it as a personal and national insult, and he never forgot it for the rest of his life. 4. The difference between the interpretation of Marxism and the strategy of revolution. They understood communism fundamentally differently. Stalin's model. The urban working class is the subject of the revolution. Heavy industry priority development, a highly centralized planned economy. Soviet style is the only answer. Mao's model. Farmers revolutionaries. Rural encircles the city. Guerrilla war and people's war theory. Mass mobilization and permanent revolution. Socialism with Chinese characteristics. Stalin saw Mao's theory as a Marxist aberration, and Mao saw Stalin as religious. 5. Distrust and exploitation of the Korean War. The 1950 Korean War starkly shows the complicated relationship between the two. Stalin's reckoning, permitting Kim Il-sung's invasion from North Korea, but avoiding direct intervention and trying to engage China. Mao's dilemma. I didn't want to participate, but I was forced to because of Stalin's pressure and border security threats. The price of aid. Stalin grants military aid for free, not free, debts. China. Mao's wrath. The Soviet Union only benefits from behind while Chinese troops bleed. Son's death. Mao's son. Mao Anying is a warrior in the Korean War. Mao blames it on Stalin. The aftermath of Stalin's death in 1953. When Stalin died, Mao said, "I've mourned publicly. Personally, I think it's my turn." Breaking up with the Soviet Union in the late 1950s, small and medium divided, an attempt to establish himself as the true leader of the international communist movement. Conclusion. Why was it a rival? Your relationship is the old emperor versus the composition of ambitious emerging powers. Stalin, trying to make Mao a controllable junior Mao. I want independent and equal status. Personal pride. Both are extremely self-respecting and loathe obedience. Geopolitical interests. Conflicts of interest on borders, Mongolia, Xinjiang, Manchuria, etc. Competition for ideological superiority. Who is true Marxism? Ironically, both of them were communists, but their relationships were dominated by typical power politics, nationalism, and personal pride. He was an ideological comrade, but he was a political rival.